I've come home and I've restored that little bit of trust bit by bit.
You're saying that, right, that I love you. But you obviously don't give one fuck about me.
Who's next?
So what's the current stage with you in terms of drugs?
At the moment, sober. Not very long, like, but
How long?
a couple of weeks. I'll try to stay sober as long as I can, but
What happened?
I was out and ended up getting attacked. Broke my jaw, my nose, back, tooth kicked out and stuff, and just because I had to sit at home all day every day, I was just straight back to it, like. Sniffing, taking tablets, drinking. Before I got hurt, I was clean for nearly a year. But I will always have that thought in the back of my head, that worry, that I'm going to relapse. Just because I'm sober now, it doesn't mean that I don't suffer from it. Or it doesn't mean that I'm not still fighting my own battles. I am. I just hope the fucking nothing happens to me that makes me not able to train. Because that's when my head goes. It really is. Dog's back. Fucking right, the dog's back. You never left.
Pete's drug use has escalated over a decade. I'm keen to get to grips with the scale of his abuse. So I've come to the family home.
This is my dad, that's Pat, and this is my little sister, that's Ellie.
Pete has told me a little bit about what he's been through. Sounds like quite a lot.
Yeah.
But what was he like as a son?
It was hell on earth. I didn't expect him to live this long. Like. I always thought we'd get a knock at the door to say he was found dead somewhere, or, you know what I mean? It was that bad, like.
And it's not long since you last relapsed. It's only been, what, a few weeks?
A couple of weeks.
I didn't know this. I didn't know he relapsed.
No.
You know?
It just shows how well you can hide things.
Yeah.
Whenever Peter started taking a lot of drugs, did that come as a surprise?
Absolute. Came as a big shock to me. Like. I didn't want to believe it, you know. I kind of slipped into drinking. I drank a lot. I was just to try and forget, you know.
What was it like for you at that point, when Pete was on the drugs?
When he got really, really angry, I would just sort of hide under tables, you know, down in that back bathroom. There's a lock in the bathroom door, you know, I'd hide there. Like, he scared me.
Would you still be wary of him?
If I'm being honest, sometimes. Still, yeah.
It affected everyone. Me and my wife are after splitting up over it.
He left about a year ago.
She left a year ago?
Yeah. She's never going to come back and live here if Peter's in the same house.
Yeah.
That's basically it. I felt like leaving
I felt like leaving.
a lot of times, you know. We all went through it, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know, no matter what he does, he's still my son, you know what I mean? And
That's
Oh,
my
that's your
friend
friend?
Jamie.
You know.
Jamie, I'm Rory.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing? Get a seat. How do you two know each other?
It's my best mate.
Oh, right. Have you had problems with drugs and
Yeah.
drug addiction?
Yeah, quite bad, like, to be honest.
So how many of your friends would have problems with
Friends,
taking drugs?
I would say all of them.
All of them.
It's pretty easy over here, like.
Very easy.
You can go on your phone, anyone can do. You can just look it up and you can meet people like that. It's easy as anything, like. It's too easy got, like. It's the
Very
problem.
easy. I went out, had a couple of pints last night, right? In their minds, because of everything that's happened before, if I go on the drink, I go on the drugs, I get arrested, something happens.
Yeah.
But even this morning, coming back with a clear head, not even hungover because I didn't have that much, it's a good feeling because I've come home and I've restored that little bit of trust bit by bit, you know, that I am trying my best. I went out, I had a few drinks last night, but I behaved.
but you know, that didn't help me.
I know.
I was sitting here at quarter past six
I should have phoned. Yeah.
waiting for you to come in, like. 6:15, I was sitting here, like.
But that's love in itself. He wouldn't be doing that if he didn't love me. It's not as if It's not as if he's sitting thinking like, fuck this
Yeah,
fucking
but
prick.
yeah, you're saying
You know?
that, right? That I love you, but you obviously don't give one fuck about me. I'm up at 5:45.
Oh, nah, dude.
When you didn't hear from him last night, were you worried about him?
Yeah.
What do you think had happened? Do you always go to the worst case scenario?
Oh, yeah. I did think that there was a possibility that he could have been in a ditch somewhere and we wouldn't know. You know.
So how long have you been on antidepressants?
I was on fluoxetine when I was 14 until I was 16, and then they switched me to Brintalex after I turned 16. So I've been on Brintalex for nearly 2 years now.
And was that linked to what was going on in the house?
Definitely. Like the way he got on, you know, with the shouting and the, you know, the threats, it sort of just had like a really big impact. Like even now, like it sort of just sticks with you. Me and Peter are fine now. Like Peter's my best friend. Like generally he actually is. He's my best friend. But I wanna like be proud of him, and I am. But like it's so hard sometimes to have that relationship with him when I know and I've seen and I've heard everything that he's done. So I think the antidepressants, they help. You know, it's more manageable, you know, dealing with my own head.
Pete has a big title fight tonight. His sister Ellie and their dad Pat are getting ready for what they hope will be a celebration.
You're gonna look like the snazziest person over there. It's actually the first time I've ironed. But I knew I needed to learn because obviously with my mum not being here, I sort of have to take over that job because my dad doesn't iron.
Is there water in it?
I don't know.
No, there's no water. I need some water in it.
Are you sure? I don't think it does. But
So do it like that.
See?
oh,
See, that's the whole idea of it.
So then you don't get the creases on the other side.
Yeah.
thanks, Mum. Hey, that works so much better.
Are you excited about the fight tonight?
I am, but I'm a wee bit nervous. Like, he doesn't know it, but I'm his #1 fan. Don't tell him that, though. Whoops.
Tell me about some of the other jobs that you would take up around the house.
So I would try and cook dinner whenever I'm home. If my dad ever needs to talk or anything, he knows he can always come to me. Like, just so he knows that even though my mum isn't here, there's somebody still here for him.
What age are you? 17?
17, but you know, if I'm drinking, 18. I'm 18 in a month and 19 days, so you know, I'm basically 18. Do you know what I mean?
But you're very young, do you not think, to carry all that responsibility? Like in many ways, the way you're describing, it'd be fair
Yeah.
to say you're the mum of the house at the moment.
Cheers.
I had to grow up at a young age because of everything that was going on with Peter and stuff like that. So I sort of raised myself in a way. But you know, for a while I did resent my mum and dad for it. I sort of felt really forgotten about. But you know, I was in counselling and everything, and I've built the relationship up, especially with my daddy. Now that my mummy's left.
That's excellent. Thank you very much, Ellie.
Get it on.
You're welcome, Daddy.
Seconds out. Round 3.
I'm nervous, like.
Pat and Ellie have supported Pete throughout the chaos of his drug use. There's a lot riding in this fight. For all of them.
From being a kid who was picked on when I was younger, it's a lot deeper than just training and just boxing. It's a pride thing, it's an ego thing. See, when that gets took away from me, I feel like that scared little boy again. And it's not a nice feeling. I just feel so helpless when I don't have it.
Good luck.
Thank you, baby.
I love you, you know.
I love you too. I love you too.